It is the story of a city where sea levels have risen, submerging the entire city underwater. The harsh weather and frequent storms destroyed many houses, forcing people to live on boats. At times like these, people found solace in remembering their happier days. During this period, Nick made it easy for her to relive those memories. Nick has created a machine called Reminiscence, which shows people's memories in the form of holograms. Through this machine, they felt as if they were living at the same time. For security reasons, Nick kept records of his customers' memories. Some of Nick's customers came back again and again to refresh the same memory point. One such customer was a girl who frequently came to Reminiscence to relive the memories she shared with her boyfriend. Nick's assistant saves his memories in a chip, but she refuses to take it as she likes to visit memories and relive those moments. Everything was going absolutely normal. But then one day a girl May came into Nick's office and life. She had lost her keys, and through Reminiscence, she wanted to remember and find them. Nick helps May by showing her memories of her last day and finding her keys, which she left in the club where she was a singer. Nick got lost in her memories while listening to her voice and singing. Nick liked this song very much because his grandfather used to sing this song for him anyway. May is now gone, and Nick's assistant tells him that May left her earrings, which Nick has kept. He now goes to the club where May used to sing. Here he praises May's singing and returns her earrings to May. While talking, Nick learns that May doesn't have any friends yet. May offers him to go home with her and Nick agrees. Here they get very close. The scene cuts and we see May and Nick together again. They were having a good time together, Nick told May. Memories are very strange, just like perfume, a little nice. Too, May replied to him. You may have good memories, but I don't. The scene cuts and we see Nick in his memories. It turns out that everything we saw now were all Nick's memories. Ever since May left him, he hasn't been able to get over this shock. He always wondered what was lacking in his love, that I cheated on him. Did I cheat on him or talk about going somewhere? To know this, he always kept looking at his memories. Although his assistant warned him several times that if you use too much memory, you know it will have a greater impact on your brain before leaving. May left no clues and Nick wanted to somehow find out through her memories. Nick's assistant tells him, you won't find May now. It's best to forget her. You should mind your own business. We are facing a lot of problems because of money, and now even Elsa, who is our regular customer, is not coming. But Nick ignores her advances and now goes to the club where May was a singer. He asked people here about May, but still did not get any clue. He came back to his office and started reminiscing about the times he spent with May. Suddenly, he was interrupted by a loud knock outside. Nick angrily shouts, Reminiscence is closed today. Anyway, after a while he came out of the office and found May's earring lying on the road. He was surprised to see this. He knew that May had come here. He discusses the same thing with his assistant also. The assistant says, I don't think May has been here again. That it is also possible that this earring may have already been lost there, and now we have our eyes on it. Okay, forget it. Concentrate on work. You also know that there is an intelligence project involved. If anything goes wrong, we will be in trouble this time. He had to record the memories of a criminal who worked for the drug mafia. Now he was about to die. They work on it for 12 hours. But they don't find any specific evidence, because people often remember only their good memories before they die. While they were still talking, suddenly the lying man remembered his 5-year-old self, in which there was a drug mafia, and Nick also sees May along with this lying man. Now he is curious to know what May has to do with this man. Here the police ask some questions to the person lying in Reminiscence for their investigation, and by doing this the man gets shocks. Nick gets his mic back from the police and begins to jog the man's memories of where May was. He now searches this man's mind to find out when and where he last met May. This person last saw May with the drug mafia. She was the first girlfriend of the drug mafia, and with time she also became addicted to drugs. Through his memories, Nick learns that May stole a large sum of money from the drug mafia and went on the run. At this point, Nick decides to confront the drug lord to find out what happened to May. He approaches this drug lord and he tells him, May sent me to you. Before he could say anything else, this drug mafia recognized him. She learns that Nick is the same person May went to when she left the drug mafia. He says to Nick, what do you think? You are stronger than me, that May left me. And when he was so angry with Nick that he asked his men to torture Nick. Before Nick dies from this torture, Someone comes in to save him while he is hanging on ropes, and it was his assistant who came to save Nick after killing many gangsters with a gun in her hand. She also shoots at Nick's tank, due to which the water in the tank starts coming down. He also takes out a gun with both hands to kill gangster Nick's assistant. But not a single one of his bullets worked. Nick also frees himself by jerking the man. After killing him, Nick leaves with his assistant, coming back to my office. Nick tells his assistant that I want to see the memories of your and May's last meeting. He keeps it in his memory tank. And here he hears the memories and conversations of both of them, where Nick's assistant always felt that May has come to Nick for a special purpose. She wants to take something from him and manipulate him for a particular purpose. And then May tells him the truth, that she is a drug addict and that she betrayed a drug lord and she was with Nick for protection. After seeing all these memories, he knew that Nick would be angry with him. And she tells Nick, I'm sorry. I shouldn't hide it from you. Then they see that May didn't steal anything from them. Then they realize. May steals Elsa's memories and takes her from here, one of her clients who often visits her, and she was the wife of a very rich man. Nick was confused after knowing this. What did May really want? And why did she come to him? What was its connection to Elsa's memories? To find out, he starts looking for May again. A man in town tells him about a girl who might know about May. Nick chases the girl, but she gets scared and runs away from him. Then they come to the beach, and Nick calms her down and says, I won't hurt you. Just tell me where I can find May. The girl then tells him that May has been murdered and that her son has recently been kidnapped. He was very shocked to know this. He turns around and someone attacks him and tells him to forget M.E. As soon as he said this, we saw Nick wake up from his memory tank. He revisits this memory again and again to find the person who threatened him to forget May, and he recognizes this man, that it was a police officer who worked for the drug mafia. Then Nick starts gathering information about Elsa, because he was wondering that by finding out information about Elsa, he will somehow reach May. She learned that Elsa had a very rich lover who was married and had a son. After the death of Elsa's boyfriend, her boyfriend's son wanted to kill Elsa, so that she doesn't have to give any part of the property, and maybe the boy sent May to steal Elsa's memories. One day Nick was walking on the road. He suddenly saw May walking down the street. He chases the girl, and she runs away into a room. Nick finds out that the girl is not May. Whatever happened was a good thing. The man she ran into was the same corrupt police officer who threatened Nick into forgetting May. Nick catches him and decides to interrogate him about May, but the man runs away. Nick chased him and finally caught him at a place that was completely submerged. They start fighting here. And while fighting, the man was about to drown, but Nick pulled him out of the water. The scene was cut, and we're shown that Nick saved the guy from drowning in his memory machine, and what we saw before that were his memories after the fight. Nick brings this man into his memories, so he can find out about May before passing out. The man warns Nick that it is better not to know about May. Knowing that you'll be devastated, Nick does not listen to him and starts searching for It turns out that May's meeting with Nick was no coincidence. Everything was already planned. May's love was a betrayal. She met Nick only for her plan from this man's memories. Nick learns that May really loved him. During all this, she could not forget her mission. She had to kill Elsa, whose memories she had stolen from Nick. Nick sees this man's memories of when he was killing Elsa. May went somewhere with her son. After that, this man did not know anything about May. May was shocked at first, but then realized that what she saw was incomplete. After this, the memories of May got settled in this person's mind, which he plays with by torturing this person. She learns that May met this man again. She came to Reminiscence to meet Nick again, but this guy caught her there. Because now he couldn't leave May alone. May was a witness to his murder. In this person's mind, May confessed her love to Nick, because she knew that Nick would find her and see her memories where she was expressing her love to Nick in the memories of this man. Nick goes in front of this hologram and rewinds this memory several times. He tortures this person and increases the voltage of current in his brain, and after making him confess all his sins, he preserves his memories. Next, he goes to the boy who killed Elsa through this man, and May, he says, now everyone knows the truth about you. Don't share property with other brother. You killed Elsa and sent away her son. Soon the police will solve your case and find your brother, and now you will be killed for what you have done. That man went mad. At first he wanted to kill Nick, but then he tried to kill himself, but he could not do it. And finally the police arrested him. Similarly, in a crime that May was involved in, Nick makes up for it by getting the real culprit arrested after this. Nick goes to his assistant and tells him that he will never try to find May again. This life is too short. We should not lose what we have while searching for what is lost. You should also go and spend time with your daughter. Be with her. Nick then solves the case for which the intelligence agency hired him after the matter was resolved. A corrupt leader came in front of everyone, and because of that there were riots in the city. Nick had done everything he could, and now he had no goals left for the future. So, he decides to immerse himself in memories, giving him a chance to live in his old memories. He injects himself and enters the world of memory. Now he will live with the memories of his time with May until the end of his life.